Imagine being thousands of feet in the air when suddenly a warning goes off. This is exactly what happened on an Air India Express flight from Tiruchirappalli to Sharjah. But how did the pilots handle the situation, and what went on inside the cockpit during those critical moments? Stick with us to find out. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're bringing you an exclusive story that gripped the nation. The mid-air scare on board Air India Express Flight AXB 613. With reports of hydraulic failure and the aircraft circling for hours before landing, it had passengers and people on the ground panicking. But inside the cockpit, things were a lot more controlled than you might think. Let's dive into exactly what happened and how the pilots managed this tense situation, the flight and the incident. So, here's the timeline of events. Flight AXB 6113 took off from Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, at 5:40 p.m., heading for Sharjah. Shortly after takeoff, everything seemed normal until the cockpit's master caution warning system sounded. The problem? A hydraulic failure. The pilots received a signal that the hydraulic system, which controls the landing gear, was losing oil. A serious issue, but one that didn't immediately endanger the flight. The plane, a Boeing 737-800, continued to fly normally in every other respect. But the pilots quickly made the decision to return to Tiruchirappalli Airport, choosing not to risk an overweight landing with full fuel. Instead, they circled above the city to burn off fuel and ensure they could land safely. How the pilots handled the situation. This is where the skill of the pilots really comes into play. You might think the situation inside the cockpit was chaotic, but sources from Air India Express reveal that it was the opposite. The Boeing 737-800 is designed with multiple redundancies in its hydraulic systems, allowing pilots to handle such malfunctions. The pilots manually deployed the landing gear, and on the first attempt it locked into position, allowing the plane to make a normal landing. They maintained a holding pattern for over 2 hours, ensuring the landing weight was safe for a smooth touchdown. Ground preparations and emergency response. While everything was under control in the air, on the ground, preparations were underway for an emergency landing. Tiruchirappalli Airport officials weren't taking any chances. Director Gopala Krishnan confirmed that 20 ambulances and 18 fire engines were on standby, ready for any situation. Even Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu was on alert, coordinating with the aviation regulator DGCA. It's clear that safety was the top priority for both the pilots and ground crew. Thankfully, the aircraft landed without any issues, and the passengers were safe. No emergency declared. Air India Express speaks out. Despite the media reports causing alarm, Air India Express clarified that no emergency was declared by the crew. The airline's spokesperson explained that the aircraft circled to burn off fuel, taking every precaution to ensure a safe landing. They also reassured passengers that the issue would be thoroughly investigated, and in the meantime, alternative arrangements were made for the onward journey to Sharjah. It's always reassuring to hear that safety is the #1 priority for airlines, especially in situations like this. Why this matters. This incident is a reminder of the incredible skill and calmness that pilots must maintain in high-stakes situations. What might seem like a catastrophe to us, sitting in our seats, is something these professionals are trained to handle. In this case, their decision to burn off fuel and make a safe landing shows just how much thought goes into keeping passengers safe. So what do you think about the way this mid-air scare was handled? Were you impressed by the pilot's decision-making? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more exclusive stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.